Hello and welcome back to my Minecraft DireWolf 1.6 mod pack tutorial series. So last time we were making the house. I told you I was going to move into it, and I have. Took quite a long time to move everything, but I'm mostly happy with how it turned out. The basalt brick is a little bit dark, although I've added some windows, so it's not as dark as it was. I wanted to show you several things I've been thinking about since I was working on the house. Let me go get my shovel. So the first thing is the thing we were talking about earlier, which was from Tinker's Construct, clear glass. Clear glass is an example of connected textures, which means that when you place a block and place another block next to it, they connect. Look like one block. I mean, you can see that line there, but for the most part, that's a pretty connected texture. Clear glass I like for windows. It's very nice. And I'll make one more over here by the bed. There you go. Clear glass. I made some skylights up here. This is the bedroom and armor room and anvil and enchanting room. Staging chest and crafting table. I've got a room devoted to Tinker's Construct. There's a T for Tinker's Construct. That was going to be a T2, but somehow it became a cross. Yeah, whatever. I'm cooking up clear glass. Each block of sand gives you one block of clear glass. You don't need 9 blocks of sand, just like regular glass. It does take quite a while to cook up with this, but you know, I just put it in here and walked away, so I had plenty to do what I needed to do. I made 2 stacks, and I've got a half a stack left, and plus whatever's in there, so not too bad. I made some zigzag patterns in here, and Tetris patterns in here, I suppose. Here is the new sorting room, sorting chest, tools and machinery, nether, blah, 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 blah. I did want to mention one thing that I'd forgotten when I made the first room. It worked fine because of the way that I did it, but when I made this room, you can't see unless I break this, but I put all the pipes under with hollow basalt brick covers. And that's fine, except you can't put things in the bottom of factorization barrels. They have to go in the back. So I had to redo my system a little bit. You can see there are 4 here. I was going to just do them one by one and have signs, but you know, it's pretty clear what the factorization stuff is, so that's okay. And I put one space between them so I didn't have to iron out which way the pipes were going. It just seemed easier to use up a block, and I could put another chest down here probably and do something with that. The nice thing is that I have facades here. Not facade, what do they call them? They call them covers. So I can put the covers on there and hide all the things, hide all the pipes. I also did that with the thermal expansion pipe. You can see barely that pipe behind there and going behind the machines. This is a block, but these are just covers. Or this was cover, cover, cover. So I'm hiding them. The house looks right from the back. You can't tell it's there. So I love that. One of my favorite things from Red Power that they finally added with Forge Micro Blocks. I also wanted to talk about the scaffolding. It's really nice. You can break it from the top, and they're very easy to break. But if you break the bottom, all of them drop. So that's really handy. You can climb any side of it. You can even climb around it. It's really nice. I've made some spacing between my rooms. Just, I don't know, because I did. I'm going to move the farm back. I didn't realize when I made the wall a little bit closer over here so that I'd have plenty of room inside. I wanted to make sure I had 9 by 9. It's a little bit too close to the farm, which I don't like. I was thinking I was over here, so it was fine, but when I built the second room out here, it's too close to this sugarcane farm. I don't like that. Let's see here, what else? So I didn't have enough basalt to make the third room. I was like a stack and a half shy. I think I needed 8, maybe 8.5 stacks to make a full room. So I made the 4 out of basalt, and I made this room out of marble brick. I think I like the marble brick a little bit better. I like that from Red Power. I think I like the marble better. It's much more light, but you know, actually, now that I've added windows and skylights to this room, it's actually nowhere near as dark as it was. So this is what I was talking about for the lighting. If we press F7 and break the torch, you can see if we didn't have sunlight, there'd be monsters spawning there. But you only need 4 torches on each wall to cover every area of this room. So that's pretty nice. A nice feature of the 9x9 from DireWolf. F7. Okay. I did want to mention that I did find out that you do not need a pipe going from your dynamo to your energy cell. You can put it right on top, and that's fine. You know, I think, though, if you do have a pipe, that it won't waste energy. Okay, I may have to look into that further, because I'm seeing that this has full energy in the leadstone cell, and this has nothing in the buffer, and I find it hard to believe I used exactly enough coal to drain this completely, fill this completely, and fill the machines completely. That doesn't really make sense. It's more likely I wasted a little bit of coal so that we could have stored in the buffer. So it may still be beneficial to use a pipe between, and we will end up doing that anyway, because 1 engine is not enough for all the stuff we're going to do. Right now, you know, we've got the 2 machines, that's fine. Well, 3 machines, this doesn't require power. But the 2 machines, not really a big deal right now. Alright, I think that's about it for what I wanted to cover for stuff in the house. I did go ahead and seal up the old cave base. It's empty now. It's a big dark area. I'm sure things are going to spawn in there, but I'm not worried about that right now. And, oh, I did want to mention this. I forgot this when I first hooked up this automation system, but you can put a chest on top of Hopper, and it will take things from the chest. So I didn't have to just put a few things in the hopper. I can put things in the chest that will then go to the hopper, that will then go to the furnace. So you can actually put a lot of stuff in there, especially with the iron chest mod. I think we already covered gold chest. It's just a little bit bigger than iron chest, and I've got a few of those now. The miscellaneous chest, the mining gems, and the food and farmables chest. So that's all I'm going to cover for right now. Let me see. Let me check my list real quick. Actually, I want to do obsidian plates, obsidian pressure plates from the aptly named Obsidian Pressure Plate mod. And I don't have any obsidian, I don't have any lava, and I don't have any tanks. So, I'm very prepared. Alright, 1 second. I want to make 2 blocks of obsidian. That's how much obsidian I need. Set my igneous extruder for obsidian. My tank there. 1 bucket, 2 buckets, and I'll fill that bucket back up. Okay, I didn't put a chest down there. I didn't think I needed one, and I do not. I'm not making lots of stuff. If I was, I could use a chest to output to the side by using the configuration tab. Blue is input, orange is output. And the side you're facing is the front. So this is the front, right, left, top, bottom. This is the back of the machine. So I found that a bit confusing when I first started doing thermal expansion stuff. Okay, with our 2 blocks of obsidian, we can make an obsidian pressure plate. It's a lot like the wooden pressure plate that we made to make the door go out easier. To make the door go out easier? That's a horrible sentence. To let us get out of the door easier. We don't have to open the door. But of course we wouldn't want one of those on this side because then mobs could get in. But that's no problem for an obsidian pressure plate. Only a player will trigger that. You mobs won't trigger it, the dog won't trigger it, dropping blocks on it won't trigger it, only a player. So I can now run into my house, and I can run out of my house. So that's pretty handy. Alright, I'm not sure what else I have planned for this episode yet. I'm still looking for more. I'm still trying to find ender lily seeds, so I might go do some more mining, or we might do some more thermal expansion or industrial craft. So I will pick a topic and then come back. Actually, real quick, I want to mention a couple things. This is an early game sorting system. It is by no means complete. Obviously, with what we have now, you can only sort to a chest if there's already an item in that chest. So I've got a chest for tools and machinery. If I take my crescent hammer out and I put it in the sorting system, it's not going to go back in this chest. So that's not all that useful for that. Also, I've got a chest for building blocks, but there wasn't any clear glass before I just put the clear glass in here. So it wouldn't have gone in the building block chest. It would have gone in the miscellany chest. So once we get into applied energistics, we'll have a much better system, and it will take up so much less space. It will use quite a bit more power. In fact, tons and tons and tons of power, but that's okay. Industrial craft and compact cellars will supply all the power we need. Creepers love it over here. I don't know why, but I had the doors open for a little while, some open blocks, and creepers just kept coming in my base, and it freaked me out. I thought they were going to blow up and destroy my base, and I spent quite a long time moving. I did not want them to blow up my base, but they didn't. So, okay, just wanted to cover that little bit about the sorting system, and it's not perfect, but it's pretty good for now. I think it's going to help us out in the early game when we're doing some more mining. I won't have to go from chest to chest to chest to chest to chest when I come back from mining and drop things in. I can just stick everything in the sorting chest. Also, there is a way to speed it up. It's incredibly slow. If I just stick tons of stuff in here, if I fill this iron chest, it's going to take forever to sort things out because it's just not that fast. But that's okay. It's not meant to be fast. We can speed it up. I'm not going to right now. I'll see how it goes when I come back from mining, but I'm fine for things right now. Alright, gonna go pick a topic and be back to discuss it with you. Okay, so I went and did some mining. I found some more marble to make another room, and I haven't made the floor out of basalt brick. I will probably change that, but it was easier to tell the filler just to use the material it had. We'll work on it over time. I want to make a couple more things before we get done with this video. They're both from Extra Utilities. One of them is an elevator. I made a basement for one of the rooms, and elevators are going to allow us to go easily up and down. They're much better than ladders and scaffolding or whatever else you might want to use to get up and down. They're really nice. The other thing we're going to make is a golden lasso. And a golden lasso is going to help us capture passive mobs, pigs, chickens, whatever, so we can do some more farming. So I've got some cows and some sheep right now, but sometimes your mobs are really far away and it's hard to get them, but a golden lasso will help you do that. So a golden lasso is 4 gold nuggets, some string, and an ender pearl. I still haven't found any ender lily seeds, but I do have a few more ender pearls, so I'll use a couple for now. So, golden lasso, and I don't think I showed you how to make the elevator, although you could probably use any eye. Wool surrounding an ender pearl makes an elevator, and you need at least 2, one on the upper floor, one on the lower floor. And in fact, you can have more than 2 floors. You can have 3 floors or 4. I don't really know if there's a limit. Just, the only thing is they've got to be right on top of each other. So I can have this, it might be like a 16 block radius it goes to. I'm not 100% sure, but our basement is only 7 below us. So I'll put this here. I've already put the one downstairs. If I hit shift, now we're downstairs in the basement. I'm all down here in my hidey hole again. Press space like you're jumping, you jump back up. Elevators are nice. So I'm going to put the power generation room down here in this basement. I've already used the filler to fill out this room, and you can see it's all cobblestone, except this path I had to dig back up before I had the elevator. And we'll put the thermal expansion and maybe some other machines in here. I'm thinking I'm actually going to put a room on top of this room, and that will be the industrial craft room. And one reason for that is that we're going to use solar power for the industrial craft room. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to generate the power in the basement. Since we're going to use solar power, we need to generate it on the roof. And so the power for thermal expansion machines, for buildcraft machines, will come from below, and the power for industrial craft machines will come from above. Okay, so the golden lasso. You can capture one mob with this at a time. And I think by default you can't capture hostile mobs, it's just passive mobs. So one of the things that's helpful, and if you notice I moved the farm and I made some more pens. So I can take the sheep and I can put him over here. You can only capture one at a time. Be careful when you click on it. There you go, the golden lasso. So that's pretty nice. Now obviously the sheep are already here. That's not the most important thing. Okay, there's a pig. So I could lure the pig back here with the carrot, but as you can see, there's a drop off here. It's kind of far away. It's going to be hard to get that pig all the way back to its pen. No problem. We golden lasso him, and we can take him back to a pen. And apparently I need to use the filler over here and fill this in because it's too far away. Oh, I don't know why I'm going in here. I'm not going inside. Sorry, a creeper's getting in my base over here, so I have to walk that off. Make sure I do that before I forget. Alright, so this will be the pig pen. So there you go. I've got one pig. If I could have two, I could breed them, and I wouldn't have to go looking for any more. And since there was one pig pretty close by, I'm sure there are others. I've seen chickens around too, although I don't remember where. Upgrading to 1.0.12, I actually made this a server rather than a single player survival map. The reason was so I could play on my laptop as well as my desktop if I happen to be away. So, and in doing that, I lost my map points. So my map pretty much back to where it was in the beginning. I don't know anything about the map anymore. I lost all my waypoints and markers, whatever they're called. So, since we'll only have a couple of those, and since I need to make more leather, actually I'm not sure I need to make more leather, but I'm going to make more leather, I'm going to build a feed station from Railcraft. And a feed station is really nice in that you put it into a pen and it will feed them, it will feed your animals and they will reproduce automatically. And you get just maybe a quarter stack of whatever they eat, and you come back in 20 minutes, this pen will be full. It's supposed to have some intelligence to make it stop after a point. I don't know when it stops, but I don't think it stops soon enough. So anyway, that's what we're doing probably next time. In the meantime, I'm going to reset up the thermal expansion room, put the machines up here, and get the power room downstairs, and we'll have that done. And when we come back, I will show you the feed station from Railcraft, which we need a Railcraft machine to make called the rolling machine. So we'll get that working, and we'll see you next time.